What's up, my good people? How y'all doing? It's MsTonya the poet. I am here for you, and I'm here to bring you poetry, a little bit of lifestyle, and a little bit of media. Because that's what I do. You know that. You knew that's what I was going to say. And I hope everybody is out here having a good day. And we got to take this thing really day by day. So that's why I want to say I hope you're having a good day. 2020 has been very challenging for all of us. For all of us in many different ways and a lot of similar ways. But you know what? We have made it to the last month of the year. Whole lot of changes, different dynamics going on in our families, whether it is health-wise, whether it is financially, job stability, whether you are actually employed, to be honest. So many things going on. I want to give a very warm and a very sincere thank you to all of the healthcare workers, to all of the doctors, to all of the nurses, all of the people who are working in the healthcare industry, the healthcare facilities, because it takes a whole lot to run the entire facility beyond the doctors and beyond the nurses. So everyone who is in that healthcare industry, whether you are in the cafeteria, whether you are in housekeeping, whether you're keeping that whole place cleaned and sanitized, every single person in the industry, we want to give a big, just a virtual hug to you, a virtual thank you. I've turned down a lot of things this year that, to be honest, I really was looking forward to. A lot of events that I was looking forward to doing, they were canceled. A lot of the trips that I was really excited about going on, canceled. And so I had to be in this virtual world. But being in this virtual world has also been, it's been eye-opening. It's been good in some ways. It's been good for me because I happen to be a part of media. It's been good for me because I happen to know what I'm doing in this realm of communication. This is my thing. This is what I do. So I'm comfortable. I do it on many different levels. And what I've been doing is I've been helping and guiding and consulting a lot of my friends, a lot of local and small business owners in directions of showing them how to get into this world as well. You know, because everybody has to find some type of way of branding their businesses if they're to survive beyond COVID. There's lots of artists who had to find ways of branding themselves and getting their art out if they intend to survive without being able to live gig. How are they getting their art out? Let me know, how have you been able to do some of that? If you are an artist or if you have a business, what are some of the things that you feel like you learned? Okay. What are some of the things that you feel like you could learn a little bit more about? And what are just some of the things that you feel like you need help with? Put that down in the comment because I'm going to be answering a whole lot of questions. I get a lot of questions and I get inboxes and I get telephone calls from people who are wanting to know some of those things, from streaming companies to technical gear, technical support, just a lot of those things that you really need to know if this is something that you haven't had to be involved with. So put those questions in the comment. A lot of people ask me, what camera should I get? What type of microphone should I have? What type of lights? Whatever it is, whatever your question is, put it in the comment because I'm going to make videos to answer those questions for you. And so I want you to know how to get yourself out here and get yourself out here in an efficient way. There's a whole lot of ways you can do it. And of course, that's going to depend on your budget. It's going to depend on your budget. And you're also going to have to do a little homework. So you're going to have to study because skill is going to be involved a little bit as well. I decided to go with this setup because I wanted it to be simple. I wanted you to see that when you're starting out, it doesn't have to be a whole lot of bells and whistles. But you do want to make sure of a couple things. You want to make sure that you have really nice, clear video, That doesn't always mean that you have to have the best camera. And to prove that, this is simple. I know that it's clear. I didn't go through a whole lot, and I'm using my phone. I tell you guys all the time, use your phone. A lot of you are walking around here with these expensive phones in your pockets, and there's so much that you can do with it. Okay? I also have a USB mic, and I have it plugged into my phone. Okay? So whatever type of adapter that it takes for whatever particular phone that you have, whatever it takes to get a USB mic into your phone is fine. But all of those different things we're going to go through, because there's different mics you can use, there's different styles of lighting that you can use. There's just a whole lot of stuff you could use. So that question is really going to be based on your budget and your skill. But I'm always going to ask you to please start with your phone. And the reason why I say start with your phone, because you need to be sure that this is something that you want to do. Because a lot of people start things and they aren't consistent. And I think it makes no sense for you to go out and invest in an expensive camera and you're not going to use it. It ends up on a shelf. It ends up like an expensive paperweight. It's collecting dust. Why do that? But you will have that phone. You will keep your phone. So start there. If you start there and you can be consistent and you know that that's what you're going to do, you're investing your time, then you can begin to invest more money and you can invest into higher pieces of equipment. But one of the first things I always say, use that phone. Instead of investing in that camera, the next thing you might want to invest in a light. Because the camera is already going to do these cameras are pretty good on these phones now. I'm not making it seem like your phone is going to be better than the camera. It's not. I'm not selling you that. But what I am saying is that you can present yourself very well with your phone until you have been consistent enough, until you have really made a commitment to doing this thing, then you can make that type of financial commitment. So before you commit the money to the camera, get you a nice light. You could get you a nice light for under $100, even if you got one of the best lights, which I would suggest as well. Not necessary, but suggest. Get you a really nice light for under $300. You could. You could get you a light for under $100. It just depends on what you want to invest in. But I know that would be a lot cheaper than investing in a camera that you don't know how to use, that you may not use very long, and you could start out like this. I've got cameras, I've got lights, but I'm using an inexpensive light. I'm using my phone. I'm using an inexpensive microphone. And I'm here. All right? So you could do this thing. I'm here.